Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. One of the best things that came out of The Batman was The Penguin. And the star of The Penguin, the show, Colin Farrell, has been asked about whether he's going to return to the role or not. Now, we do know actually he's going to be in The Batman Part 2, so he will be back. But for a series, he basically said, I never want to put that effing suit on again. And it was all in good jest. The headline's a little bit more provocative than his wording. He was actually really quite kind about it all. And sung its praises. So, yeah, I thought we'd just take a look at this because this is interesting. Again, one of the best things about that film, you know, The Batman, was the Penguin. I don't think anyone expected Colin Farrell to look or act as good as that. And I stand by... I think it's one of his best roles, his best performances. He did really, really well in Bruges. I thought that was a great performance from Colin Farrell. But this is Colin Farrell actually acting. Actually acting. And getting his chops into something where he can show a completely different side of himself. So let's take a look at this. Hit subscribe if you're new here, folks. So basically, there was an interview with Total Film. And Farrell was asked about returning to the role for a second season. So it's very specific. It's whether there's going to be a second season or not. Now, I think some of this may be them downplaying what could potentially happen and where it could potentially end off. You know, they've got to give you an incentive to watch it. But he was pretty honest. And he said, look, I don't know, man. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. But it got in on me a little bit. By the end of it, I was bitching and moaning to anyone who would listen to me that I effing wanted it to be finished. I tried to remind them that I had grumpy gratitude. I was still grateful and still honoured. I grew up watching Burgess Meredith. And then Danny DeVito was my Penguin. So being a part of the lineage of that storytelling, I really did feel privileged. But by the end of it, he sort of rattled off there. And he goes... If you take what Matt Reeves created and then what Lauren LaFranc did, the showrunner, and what Mike did and put them all together, it was a really powerful experience. Lauren said, look, if I could find a way that makes sense, would you talk about it? And I said, absolutely. And maybe in a year I would, but when I finished, I was like, I never want to put that effing suit and that effing head on again. So again... The headline's a little bit more provocative than needs be. He's very clearly like, hey, I would definitely return, full of gratitude, so grateful, super happy to be a part of it. Wow, it was amazing, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, he needs a break. And however, he is coming back. I mean, Matt Reeves has already confirmed he will appear in the Batman Part 2. So, you know, he's still back. But again, the difference is... shooting just some mild scenes for a movie versus staying in a massive prosthetic outfit for 12-hour shoot days or whatever it is. It's a lot. It's a hell of a lot. It's a hell of a lot. So it makes sense that he's like, yeah, you know, I'll come back for that, but doing a series, no, just give me a rest. Which is actually unfortunate, to be honest, because if this is a hit, you'd want to get a second season underway ASAP. I mean, to wait another year to then begin filming, to then have like another year to wait for it to release, that's terrible. That's garbage. It's as slow as the Batman versus the Batman Part 2. Like, it's just super delayed, super slow. Could be much quicker. And I think with a lot of these things, you do have to strike while the iron is hot. You know, too often they kind of just leave it. And you're like, oh, come on, like, build, you know, there's hype. Like, get the momentum going, you know, enjoy that momentum. So there you go. Not much else really to say, to be honest. They did tease some new bits and pieces here. And what they've teased is really good. You know, it's like the streets have many faces, and it's just a long list of the individuals that are going to be in the Penguin. I can't wait. I mean, it literally starts September 19th, and then it will go on to Sunday, you know, basically every single Sunday, which I can't wait. I think this is going to be really, really good. Really, really good. I hope it's really good. It's got all the ingredients for a great show. So there you go. Will he return? Yeah, he'll return. But yeah, he doesn't want to wear that suit again anytime soon. So, love to hear your thoughts. Drop it down below. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.